UK has something that belongs to India and it refuses to give it back. I'm talking about the Kohinoor, one of the world's largest cut diamonds.
While the world's eyes are on King Charles's coronation, one thing that is missing is the famed Kohinoor diamond.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to Frontline and China, and thanks for tuning into my channel. In this beautiful occasion, the coronation of King Charles, let's begin a discussion with a cup of chai. Ironic, isn't it? I know. So, our discussion today is very simple. Why do we have to tolerate the monarchy? In this age of civil rights, equality, freedom, in this age when LGBTQ are protesting for their rights, everybody is independent and free and democratic, and a republic country like England, UK, United Kingdom, why do we at all have to have monarchy? Why can't the monarchy just quit? Why are they having a coronation that's about $170 million on taxpayers' money? How is the government sponsoring such a coronation? And why do we have a king at all? Australia, for instance, has removed the British monarchy from its bank notes last year. So the $5 bill will not be taking the picture of the Queen anymore. Barbados, a small country, has dropped the Queen from its as its head of state in 2022. India has gone way past, and it's almost now in the process of reverse colonization, with the head of the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom being of Indian origin. It's slightly controversial, but yes, he's Hindu, and he's Rishi Sunak, and he's the son-in-law of our most beloved Infosys head. Imagine, with that kind of premise, where does monarchy stand at all? Okay. Now, I'm not even getting to the death of Diana and that whole controversy surrounding Prince Charles. He's not king as yet, Prince Charles. So tomorrow he's going to be king, so it's okay to call him King Charles, I guess. Okay, now we come to another controversial part of the story, that is the Kohinoor diamond. Now, we all know that the Queen had in her crown the Kohinoor diamond, which was stolen from India, again within quotes, because again there's a lot of controversy and it's very murky who it belongs to actually. So it was stolen from India, and they flaunted it for the last 100 years almost.
Look at this one, the Imperial State Crown. It was worn by Queen Elizabeth II since 1953 and has more than 2,800 diamonds. After the Queen's death, there were calls for some of those diamonds to be returned to the countries where they were discovered, especially these two, the Kohinoor and the Great Star of Africa.
How many years we've been independent? So they've been flaunting that in their crown for more than 100 years. Now, this is the first time in history that Camilla is not wearing that crown. She doesn't want to wear the crown. She will not have to wear the crown on the because she will be wearing Queen Mary's crown only. Why? This decision was made in the interest of sustainability and efficiency, according to the palace. Sustainability and efficiency. Whatever, as long as you're not wearing the Kohinoor diamond on you and you're flaunting it to the world, flaunting something you stole. I mean, really, in this age, how many people are going to laugh at you? And you're making a fool of yourselves? Really, Camilla at least has that sense not to flaunt something which is considered stolen. And British monarchy, I mean British Museum has so many stolen things from all over the world that they colonized, and they're flaunting it in their museum. It's crazy. It's so ironic, but it's so sad. And it's very nice that they've preserved them very well. But just imagine, none of it belongs to you. So British monarchy, I would suggest, and India in this situation has that India was the spiciest and the most precious of all the colonies. You'll be happy to know that the royal coronation includes Indian dishes like the famous coronation chicken, which has Indian spices, and the Indian spiced devil eggs. So it's in a way very ironic over there. Okay, now what is Canada doing? Canada is quietly phasing out the monarchy. Now, when I immigrated to Canada, let me tell you the small detail. When I came to Canada, I was coming from India. I did not know Canada was also a colony of the British. So, if I had known, I probably think twice before coming to Canada. I did not know that. Now, when I came here, I had to, we had to say the oath to the Queen. Oh, okay, I didn't say it. That's different. That's besides the point. But after that, there's been tremendous uproar in Canada among migrants. So they're not going to say a oath to the Queen, who doesn't even belong in Canada, who doesn't even stay here. Why is she the statutory head of Canada? Now, I don't know about the Canada is a little, a big dinosaur in terms of phasing out its rules and regulations, not as fast as India is doing. Its growth is very slow. So whatever was there is being continued throughout the years without nobody's making too much of a ripple in the sea. So nobody wants to make too much of a noise. So, but it is, the next batch of currencies, Canada might not have the king on its currency notes. So what they're doing is, let me just tell you this report. So first of all, Canada, the Trudeau government is set to use the coronation of King Charles III on Saturday as an opportunity to reveal a new design for the Canadian crown that sits on the royal coat of arms. There's a picture. So this is the picture of the Canadian crown. So it actually replaces all Christian and religious symbols with maple leaves, snowflakes, and stars. Canada is a land of snow and of stars and maple leaves. So it's a good way to slowly phase out the crown and replace it with a different design. Let's discuss the origin of the Kohinoor diamond. The Kohinoor diamond is originally found in Andhra Pradesh. It was mined in Andhra Pradesh, so it belonged originally in India. Then it got transferred among various rulers and invaders like Alauddin Khilji, and it was passed down to Shah Jahan, and then it was passed down slowly, and then eventually Dalip Singh gave Kohinoor to Lord Dalhousie in a treaty, in this Treaty of Lahore.
It was mined in the south of India, and the British got it from a 10-year-old Maharaja in the late 1840s. They reckon it was gifted to the East India Company, but many in India are upset and question Britain's claim to the gem.
So that is how the Kohinoor, and it was not given as a gift. I'm sure it was taken from him because his mother was, Dalip Singh's mother, he was just 10 years old. And Dalip Singh's mother was taken away from him. So, which means he had been under pressure, so he had to give it to Lord Dalhousie as a part of the Treaty of Lahore. Definitely, the Indians did not give the Kohinoor to British, and so it is quite legal and quite ethical for the British to return the Kohinoor to India. Definitely they should do that by now. And I hope that King Charles, once he becomes the king, he's an educated person. And as far as Princess Diana goes, the fact that they were not in love and Diana was almost taken for a ride in her marriage, we all know that, right? But looking at Charles' point of view, if you look at his point of view, he was in love with another woman already. Now, he was forced to marry Diana. I mean, he was also forced to marry Diana. Like Diana was forced to marry Charles, they were forced into the marriage together. So we cannot really blame, like in that series called Crown, if you watch it, you will find that Charles has been completely blamed for this whole thing. But I personally do not think he should be blamed, because he was already in love with somebody else. Now that is a big thing that for Charles, that she did not ditch Camilla and go for much more beautiful Diana. Now that is a very sad story, we understand, but Charles had his priorities in place at that time. Even after so many years, and Camilla waited for Charles for so many years despite their marriages, actually love won and they got married. And Camilla has been for so many years bearing the brunt of the other woman, and she, if you look at it from her point of view, she has been bearing the brunt of being the other woman, but she's never spoken anything against Diana right now. So giving the devil I expect that Charles will dissolve monarchy after he becomes the king. He has the power to do it, and for the sake of the people, for the sake of the taxpayers, British taxpayers and tax-paying countries from all over the world who are still under colonization. So I think he should take this step to dissolve monarchy and go on his own terms. You know, like Harry has left monarchy and it's disintegrating. We are seeing that, and we want to see it completely dissolved. In this age of republic and democracy, definitely monarchy should be dissolved. What do you think of it? Let me know in your comments. And you're most welcome to send any kind of comment you want. You know, like doesn't matter, just as long as you're speaking from your heart. So just say whatever you have to say. Continue to keep watching my channel. I'll come up with very not so diplomatic stuff, you know, on the YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Do subscribe, and you can watch any of these videos. Like and share. Thank you.